Welcome to Guru Trader video for Monday, August the 9th, 2010. Here's the 8 market movers that we're following today. 3 new symbols, 5 follow-ups. On the TSX Venture, new symbol GGY, Goldeneye Expirations Limited, 13 cents up 3. Another new symbol CXT, Cresco Expiration Inc., 90 cents up 8. Also new symbol BXI, BioX Specialty Proteins Limited, 209 up 6. Following up on CNE, Canacol Energy Limited, 121 down 2. Also following up on CAN, Canaco Resources Inc., 199 up 4. On the TSX, following up on UUU, Uranium One Inc., 305 up 21. Following up on SBB, Sabina Gold and Silver Corp., 320 down 4. And lastly, on the NASDAQ, new symbol OXGN, Oxygen Inc., 42 cents up 8 cents. Let's take a closer look at these stocks. Alright, I've been away for a few weeks. July the 12th was our last video. We thought the market, if the Dow could get through 10.4 by that Friday, that we might have a bull market for the rest of the summer. It didn't do that. Failed again. Previous week did it, but kind of neutral right now. I really can't see any case for the market rallying higher or lower at this point. I think we're just kind of going to stay in neutral, low volumes. That's a bad sign, and we're going into September, which is usually a month where you want to keep some money on the sideline in case there's any dips. Anyway, there's always a few stocks worth mentioning, and here's a few of them. This is a new symbol for us, GGY on the Venture Exchange, Goldeneye Expirations Limited, 13 up 3 cents, 30% move. Now mind you, that's only 3 cents. 14 million shares traded. That's what caught our eye. I don't see any news to explain the move. They did some financings earlier this year, most of them in the 8.5 to 10 cent range with a 14-cent warrant. Pine Tree Capital, I think they own about 13% of the company. They did another, I think, 2 million shares around those levels. So there's updates on their projects there, but I'm just going to keep an eye on it now. This thing's had pops before and has fallen back, so it may just be a one-day blip, but we thought we should mention it. CXT, another new one, Cresco Expiration, 90 cents up 8, 10% move, almost 5 million shares traded, $62 million company, 69 million shares outstanding. Now, I don't know if this is a rename, a rollback, or if this is a new JCP. Looks like the company's only been around since the second week of June, sold off to 30, and then has been running up ever since. The 52-week high was 86 cents, which did on Friday, August the 6th. The low was 28 cents, which did July the 7th. And they put out news today worthy of mentioning. They intersected 82.5 meters of 13.3 grams per ton gold in hole number 1 in their Minto project, and I think that's near Timmins and Kirkland Lake projects. So it looks like they got all their ducks lined up, IR firm on board, financings, etc. So we'll keep an eye on it, but keep in mind this stock's in uncharted territory. Moving on, another new symbol is this BXI, BioX Specialty Proteins. Interesting story, that's why we're mentioning it. The technical action, 209 up 6, 3% move, 5 million shares, good volume, but nothing really spectacular there. The 52-week high was 238, which it did on January the 21st, pulled back to this 150 area, consolidated, and now it's over 2 again. Looks like it might take a run up and challenge those highs. Now, it's a $361 million company. The reason I'm mentioning it is it's an interesting story. If you read the news today, BioX produces world's first commercial canola protein isolate to 95% purity. I won't go into that too much, except to say that it's a multi-billion-dollar market. These proteins are used in foods and beverages and nutrition products. They're competing with other soya and other type of protein-based products. They go into their patents, they go into the process, so worth reading, and looks like an interesting longer-term story, especially on any market weakness, perhaps maybe in September. But anyway, technically looks good here, and we'll keep an eye on it. First mention on that one. And following up on CNE, Canacol Energy, we've mentioned them many times before. They're actually one of our top 30 small caps since 18 cents on June the 12th of last year. It's our 7th post or tweet since October 19th last year at 42 cents. If you want to check our Twitter timeline at twitter.com/investorsguru. And our last post was at 80 cents on June 24th. So we like this company. And right here, this shelf we were mentioning in a few videos past, if you go, you'll see that they were doing some financings and really looked like they were holding it. Then they announced that they picked up some additional blocks down in Colombia. That's where they're drilling for oil and hydrocarbons. And I thought I should update it because it did make another 52-week high. It was 80 cents when we left. It's August 5th, $1.27 was the new high. And on the 28th of July, they announced that they tested another successful successful completion of their Rancho Hermoso 6 development well in Colombia. So definitely one worth keeping an eye on. Also, this one here is our second mention, CAN, Canaco Resources Inc., 199 up 4. No real volume or price movement there, and actually it's really tepid here around this $2 area. You got to be careful. The high was on August 3rd at 219. Now the reason we're mentioning it is we mentioned it on our July 12th video at $1.08. It was up 15 cents on 5 million shares that day. On these results, back here, 37 meters, 12.45 grams per ton at their Magambasi. Now that's in Tanzania, and I've seen several companies acquiring properties around there, so I don't know if there's a close geology play developing. I don't know what the extent of their drilling program is, but they did come out with news again on Tuesday, August 3rd, 32 meters at 9.27 grams per ton at that project, and they extends the Magambasi main lode 120 meters north with step-out drilling. So interesting play developing. I'd like to see it pull back here. Everybody who owns this stock is very much in the profit on it, so it needs some churn, and this volume concerns me. But anyway, let's just see how that continues to develop. Also, UUU on the TSX. Uranium One, this is a more developed company. It's a $1.8 billion company. 305 up 21, 8 million shares traded. I think it was mentioned on BNN today. They're not a junior. I think they have some still exploring, but they're in production now. They put out news today that they increased their 2010 production guidance to 7 million pounds due to record production. And this is our, let me see here. We have mentioned Uranium One. This is our third post since 286 on July the 12th. So moving on, SBB, Sabina Gold and Silver, 320, down 4, 350,000. Only mentioning that because this is our sixth post on Sabina since $1.56 on May the 4th, and we mentioned them in our June 24th video at 252. So I thought I should follow up. Interesting plays up in the Nunavut area and results. I'd look into those yourself. This one is looking a little long in the teeth. The angle's getting a little steep here, so I'd like to see it pull back. But I thought I should mention it because it did make another 52-week high, and I think that's close to an all-time high on the stock. And lastly, on the NASDAQ, OXGN, Oxygen Inc., 42 cents up 8. 4.6 million shares outstanding. 52-week high is $1.75. The low is 27 cents. Look at the longer-term charts on this. You'll see it was $4 or $5 a few years ago. That means nothing, except that, I don't know, there may be a shelf forming here. Let's see what news comes out of it. I wouldn't want to own the stock below 35 cents, but there's volume, so we'll keep an eye on it. It's up on today, and they say that there's financials coming. They announced their second quarter 2010 earnings conference call and webcast, so that's coming, and there's updates on their let's see, phase 2 trial non-small cell lung cancer, and I think they have some I don't know if it's eye treatments. I haven't looked into it, but anyway, it's another one of those pharmaceutical or clinical pharma companies to keep an eye on. So let's see if there's any follow through on that one. We'll put that on our radar. That's about it for today. Do your homework, trade safely. We'll talk with you soon. Guru Trader videos and tweets are daily snapshots of 5 to 7 very active small and microcap stocks from all North American stock exchanges. We simply track stocks that are trading up significantly on news or making new highs on very high volume without any further consideration of company fundamentals. The point is to save time by focusing on only those stocks that are moving right now. Guru Trader symbols come from filtering market movers and from subjective observations. Our software cross-references today's volume actives, percent gainers, and dollar gainers, which are filtered down to just lower price stocks. We then look at each stock's charts for apparent uptrends and news headlines for obvious one-day only events to exclude, like a buyout, or for longer-term growth-related news like financials, drill results, patent approvals, etc. to include. This is similar to how many traders look for new stocks as a starting point for further research with their financial and investment advisors. This is not an advisory service, and conflicts may exist as we sometimes take positions, or featured stocks may have bought online advertising or IR support services. Any content published by Investors Guru Small Cap Stock Observer is subject to the terms of our privacy policy and disclaimer at investorsguru.com. For our other small cap stock channels, follow Twitter's Guru Trader tweet in real time on your PC or mobile device at twitter.com/investorsguru. Subscribe to watch YouTube's Investors Guru video channel at youtube.com/investorsguru. Search Investors Guru at facebook.com and add us as a friend to see our videos, tweets, etc. that are all synced to post on our wall. It's free to sign up at InvestorsGuru.com stock community for comprehensive quotes, newsletters, profiles, forums, etc., or to update your portfolio, watch list, alerts, and news by email preferences. Thanks for watching.